What's up, world? Look, I have a confession to make. Please, please, please do not judge me on this. You know, I actually feel really bad doing it. I feel sick every time I do it. But since moving house, I have not been the most resourceful person. I have been wasting a fair bit. I don't have a compost bin, or I do have a compost bin, but the compost bin is full of compost. And I have been wasting food scraps here. Take a look at this. To me, that is just like rubbish, because number one, I'm using plastic bags as bin bags, and that is just not good for the environment. I don't need to be doing that sort of thing. And secondly, all of that goodness that's in the food that's going to waste can be being made into compost and actually becoming something that is resourceful instead of wasteful. And so, you know, I'm feeling pretty ashamed of myself. And today I need to go and get myself a new compost bin. It has to be done. I've got lots of beautiful little baby plants growing. I will run out of the compost that I've currently got, and they will need to be fed. And, you know, I've got to feed those babies because they're going to feed me at the end of the day. So, you know, I did mention in a previous vlog that I am entering the cycle of Taurus. At least for me, I'm being taken on a magical ride through the zodiac. Taurus in the world of man is all about money, finances, and that kind of thing. But in the world of the soul, it's about resources. And so, you know, I am really learning to be resourceful, and this is going to be a big thing for me. It's going to actually help stabilize an unstable aspects that I have within my chart. And so this is really important for me to do this actually. I cannot be being this wasteful. How can I be doing this? If you don't know, my aims are to become self-sufficient, to spend as little money as possible, to need as little money as possible. I believe that if you've got nature, you've really got everything. Things like clothes, all of them secondhand. There's too much going around in the world today. There's plenty of clothes. Why do we need to be buying new ones? I'm all about becoming more sustainable and becoming more resourceful, to be honest. So let's get the day moving. First up, we got to water those little babies, my little baby plants. So that's going to be step number one. Guys, who's got a compost bin or who wants one? If you're growing your own plants, let me know. Comment in the section if there's something that you think I should be growing. I'm all about that. Damn, this tree is slowly getting more green. Jane finally got up, did my hair, so my hair's fresh. I will need to...
Finally. I got up at 7:30.
Jane finally got up and did my hair. And I got the compost bin sorted, so this is good. Now I've just got to put some holes in it. I did go to the scrap yard to see sort of if I could get something from there, but loads of the bins were cracked and didn't have lids. So I've got this one from here, but for the future, there is definitely lots of stuff that I can use there for like pots and stuff if I need pots. But for now, let's get the holes in this this bin and get it kind of sorted and ready to go.
I work with what I got and it ain't much, but look, I try, cause I don't see limitations when I'm staring at the sky. It's just as high to you as it is to me, and no amount of things could separate the distance between. See, what I'm saying is legit and I always present it. There were times I locked it up and that would make me resent shit. That's the key.
Okay, so first we gotta get some organic matter into the compost bin, some brown stuff. So we live in nature, so let's go find some sticks and leaves. I just realised this must be a tamarind tree, because all of this is tamarind. That's tamarind.
Present consistently, and if you're feeling joy, it's better than to follow greed. And there is no way that what I say won't manifest for me one day. It's just the way things work. Man, I've studied all the planes, all the texts. Fuck the checks, I'll take the wisdom over sex. Cause with wisdom comes the business, and to follow is the rest.
Okay, that's the first load of compost in. I am happy with that. Very happy. No more wastage, at least for a little while. So unfortunately, yes, I had to buy one piece of plastic, but we're saving in the long run. I have tamarind in my mouth. That's why I sound weird. But it's been an interesting couple of days. I've been typically doing the usual things that I've been doing, planting seeds. I've got a few new crops in the ground, which I'm really excited about. Those being spinach, lettuce. I wasn't getting very good results with the coriander. It seemed to take ages to come up. So I kind of like watched a few videos on that, and now I've been cracking the seeds. So I planted a few of them. We got some Thai parsley. Obviously I'm really happy because the compost bin is now active and working and going, so I'm really excited about that. What else has been going on? Found tamarind, and I didn't realize that you could eat it just like this, and it's really yummy. It's like having a sour sweet. What I'm really happy about is I have finished a couple of poems which I'm so keen to get recorded. I might try lay those down today. The other thing is I've also made 2 songs. One was an old song. It was a song that I written a little while ago, maybe only a couple of months ago, and I finally like laid it down, so I'm really happy about that. I really want to make a video to it. Let's give you a little sneak preview of that one.
Taylor.
I'm really excited about this one.
I'm making observations, a daily basis, deconstruction of my mind in conversations with myself, debates on topics from the health, the things that they don't tell, a question why I'm here and why another's feelings can't be felt. What's this experience I'm having? And tell me how I grab it, let it go, but take control. How do I work the sides of balance? What's the purpose? Finding purpose, I'm the treasure, why the searching? It hurts to feel like something's missing, like something's lurking in the shadows where it's there. If I could only walk that road, I swear I'd love it, I'd be happy if those things I have to show. Lost the moment, drop the token, live in a place of words unspoken. The future I have broken, cause I've noticed things, they change, perspective shifts with every single step of growth. I've seen a new day comes with turning of the globe. It's brought me lessons that... Anyway, so that's that one I'm really excited about. And this other one I just put together last night. I actually went to record a whole different song. That's done. I actually went to record a whole different song. It just wasn't working out. I wasn't feeling it. It was just like, I haven't found a beat that matches it yet, because I actually wrote the song to a J. Cole beat, and I didn't realise actually at the time that it was an actual J. Cole beat. I thought it was someone like making a beat like one of J. Cole's, and I was like, oh fuck, it's an actual J. Cole beat, which means J. Cole is just incredible, and I don't want to try rap on one of his beats because like I'll probably kill the beat. So I've been trying to find a beat for it to match ever since, and it's just sort of like, I haven't found the right one. I found some other beat and I just really loved it, and I just kind of like put it into the software and then like just put some sound over it and just recorded whatever kind of came to my head. So I just sort of made this one up last night. I do want to touch it up tonight. I feel the nature in my soul. In my soul, I feel the nature in my soul. You know I feel the nature in my soul. 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 You know I feel the nature in my... I'm seeing things on a whole nother level. I feel the nature in my soul, it's kind of mental. Different flowers, different petals. Even dangers, looking kind of gentle. I think it's here that I can settle down for life. Build my temple, sleep the nights in the hammock, gazing up into the skies. Close my eyes until the rise and I awaken to the bright green. I think I'm in love with what I've seen. I think I'm in love with what I've seen. All the beauty, all the green, this is better than a dream. Anyway, that's that one. So I just gotta make it a bit better, like the sound. Like now that I've sort of laid it down, I will have to sort of like just feel my throat a little bit more and get it sounding exactly as I want it. Make sure that everything's on time. Yeah, because I was more so just trying to get it like a version of it laid down so that I could then build on it, make it better. So that's the game plan for that. But I'm really keen because I like it when I get into the music and poetry mode, because it's really what I enjoy doing. It means I can make videos. It means like I can put things out there. It means I can talk about what I like to talk about without having to talk. So yeah, I like having my creative expression. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And we'll just have to see how that progresses. Ideas are
fluid, plans are rigid, so I'm not making a plan to do this, but I'm holding the idea currently that I want to make poems that express each of the zodiac signs as I travel through them. And it happens to be that I've done an Aries poem, I've just done the Taurus poem, and we're just heading into Gemini and then Cancer, and it just kind of seems like my actual life is going on a zodiac spiral this year. But we'll have to see how obviously it continues to progress. But I'm really keen for this set of poems. I had the idea before I even knew that this was going to happen. I started writing the Aries poem first, and I was like, I feel like I should make a poem for each thingy of the zodiac, but I just didn't know how. Kind of just, you know, left sort of the Aries poem unfinished, and it's only really just started to sort of make sense to me over the last couple of weeks. So that's really cool. It's the idea has now like sort of revealed itself a lot deeper, but the intention is to do that really. That's me at the moment. Today I'm gonna plant more. I just love planting. I'm like so obsessed with it. And I've got some orange seeds and I want to plant them, and I was kind of initially like, oh, you know, but they take like 4 years to fruit, that's so far ahead, what if I'm not even here? And the thing is, when you plant these things, what if I am here? And then like 4 years down the line, I'm like, fuck, I should have planted those orange trees 4 years ago, because I'd have oranges growing maybe now. And the thing is when it comes to planting things, you know, giving the gift of life to somebody is a beautiful thing, really. The gift of life and the gift of something that can nurture them is really quite a nice thing. So, oh damn, what's really interesting as well, talking about the zodiac, and when I just said giving the gift of life, giving the gift of nurturing, food is something that nurtures us. You know how I'm saying I'm riding through the zodiac. In a couple of months time, when we hit Cancer, that is actually when all my plants should probably be producing food, and I know that I've got excess, and I know that I will be gifting these plants to other people. And so look, that is like right in time for Cancer, isn't it? Bringing the gift of food to others in the most nurturing way possible, which is through nature. Interesting. I'm gonna plant some orange trees and just kind of like get to know citrus a little bit. I think they grow slow, and so it will be a nice little thing to experiment with.
Raising consciousness through lyrics is the thing that I do best, and fuck, I love it, so they'll love it, cause it's coming from my chest. I made a home in me, and now I'm free to carry on my quest. I ain't done until I've built my mama nest. Let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more. Let the rain pour.
I have planted my orange seeds. One thing that I need to do is I need to get back on my workout game. So I used to work on bodyweight training, calisthenics, and I was pretty strong, and I had a goal to do a 10-second handstand. If I've got some footage, I'll try and insert it here so you can see sort of where I was at. Now I wouldn't be able to do that anymore. So I want to start working on my fitness again, but for me it's really important to have something to work towards. Otherwise your training sessions, they're kind of just, you enter and you just do some random shit and you kind of get nowhere, and I find it really demotivating. Whereas if I've got something that I actually want to work towards, an idea, then I do much better with my workouts, and I structure them, and so I know what I'm entering doing, and then I just do what I've got like sort of mapped out. Whereas, you know, when you don't have an idea in mind, or when you're just training sort of more so for aesthetics, like, I don't know, I just find it personally less motivating. So I like to train for mobility, for health, for flexibility and all that kind of stuff, and I really want to get back into it. I've wanted and I've tried since being in Thailand, or since quitting my job, to get back into it, but I've not had it cross my mind as much as it does now. And so I think I'm ready to start training again. I think I'll sit and kind of like think about what it is that I want to achieve, map out some sessions, and then start my first one today. So that is the game plan right now, really. So what I've just done is I've written out my goals. Get back basic strength. I want to be able to do 15 close grip push-ups at a 2:02 speed, so 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, all with good form. I want to do that handstand hold, the 10 seconds. I want to be able to get to the bottom of the middle splits. I get a lot of comments on my middle splits video, and I don't know, maybe I'm just supposed to finish that off, really. And I also want to do the one-legged pigeon pose properly, because I really think that I need to start working on my flexibility through not just my groin, but in like my glutes and through the back of my hips as well, because I just get really uncomfortable sitting. We'll have to work on my lower back strength too, and my lower trap strength as well for that. But I also just really want to get those glutes kind of stretched out, because I think that they are a little bit knotty from the injury that I've had in the past. So the training will start off basic. I wouldn't give this obviously to somebody who's just had a desk job and like has zero mobility. I do still have like some mobility and flexibility, so I'm kind of okay to start where I'm starting at. Not that it's a really hard workout, but if somebody was, you know, at a computer for 8 hours a day and hadn't trained for 10 years, I still wouldn't give them the stuff that I'm doing now. So I'll probably work out 4 or 5 times a week. I'm just really excited to finally get moving. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Until I've built my mama nest, let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more. Let the rain pour, cause it nourishes the floor. Let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more.
So now I should be warm. Now I need to do some wall handstands, except I don't really know if my wall in here, I don't want to break it. I'm gonna have to be really controlled. I haven't done handstands in a while. Let's just try it. Hope I don't break it. If I do, oh my God.
Let the rain pour, cause it nourishes the floor. So let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more. Let the rain pour, cause it nourishes the floor. Let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more. Let the rain pour.
I completed my workout. It was good. I re-inspired myself by looking through so much of my old Instagram footage. I literally inspired myself looking at like, not necessarily my old self, like in all ways, but just the capability that I have, and I didn't necessarily realise that I had back then. And the funny thing is that like back then I didn't think I was fit, strong, any of that stuff, and looking back I'm just like, you were so blind. But the thing is that I think that you do become blind if you always look into the future, because you never get to see the moment. And that is something that I'll remember this time on my fitness journey, or I don't know if I want to call it fitness journey, because it's not about that, but I want to feel mobile, I want to feel strong, I want to feel supple. I just noticed lately that, like I said, sitting down, it just hurts my body, and I don't really want it to hurt. And sitting down hurts more than working out anyway, because the body's not meant to sit all day like that. I just want my body to feel stronger and in form again. But yeah, if you're always looking to the future, you don't get to see the current moment, and perhaps that's why I never quite realised that I was strong. Just didn't quite realise how far I'd come, because I was always looking at people that were better, or comparing myself and thinking that I had more to go, instead of appreciating where I got to. So that is just something to remember. You know, I've spent the last year being in the sort of shape that I'm in now. I've been okay with it, and like obviously I know that I was fitter then, but I've been okay with it. And now that I'm okay where I am, I think that it feels good to go and start this journey again from a different kind of perspective. Back then, I think I embarked on that journey because as a personal trainer, I needed to feel like I was good enough, because I'd come out of an injury and I was weak, and then all my body had hurt, and I wanted to fix myself, I guess, so I could almost prove myself that I was a good enough trainer, or that training with me was worthwhile because I could do all these crazy things. But yeah, I never quite realised how good I got. This time it's from a completely different place. It's really just about getting my strength back, because I want my body to feel strong. And I'm actually really excited about it, like probably more excited than I've ever been before about working on my fitness. I have much more time now, and so yeah, I'm just looking forward to it really. So today is the day that I start that fitness journey again, so I'm really keen for that. Stay tuned. Handstand coming, strength coming, gains coming, flexibility coming, everything is coming this way. I'll finally have that whole package, which is, you know, what I've always wanted. I found all the things that I love, and now it's time to bring them together and create oneness. And I think that will be really cool and really beneficial for me and my whole life. So I'm keen, and I hope you guys are keen to follow along with me.
No more, let the rain pour, cause it nourishes the floor. So let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more. Let the rain pour, cause it nourishes the floor. Let the rain pour, cause it can't hurt me no more. Let the rain pour. I did my time, I cried through nights or darkness till I reached the light. I wouldn't change the challenges, they turned me to a dime. I used to think I wasn't perfect, the truth is I still don't, but it don't hurt, cause if you ain't got work, then how you gonna grow? I'm all about the climb, I talk about it in my